What up guys? Today we're back with another script tutorial. Today it's my advanced version of making crates with script. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so I want to do a quick disclaimer. If you don't have any experience with script, or if you're like really a beginner, then this tutorial might not be something for you. This tutorial is pretty complicated and there will be a lot to cover. It will be much harder than my other script tutorials that I've done on the channel. But for those of you who are beginners, I have actually made an easier crate tutorial which you could check out. It will be in the top right corner. I also want to mention that in order to make the GUIs in this video work, you will need to get the script add-on TuSKe. Both download links to script and TuSKe will be in the description. Anyway, let's get into it. So these are the crates. This is just something I made real quick. If you were wondering how I made the particles, it's a quick command block command here. Not much to say about that. I'll leave the command down in the description. And then I have made a little hologram up here, which are made with holographic displays. I have also done another video on that plugin, so that one will also be in the eye right now, so you can go check that out if you want to know how to make these holograms. Anyway, so this is how the crates work. If you left click, you can see what's in it. And if you right click with a key in your hand, you can open it. Now I'm not holding any keys, so I have also made a /key command. Key give fan staff iron 1. And then I get an iron key. We can also do a gold and diamond. So there we go. And you just open it like that. Now I got $500. And let's see, it's lagging a little bit. $4,000 and $7,000. So we can check in the others. You can get like a gold ingot or some other keys or a rank. And in this one we can get block, diamond, some other keys, a rank also. So yeah, let's move on to the code. Alright, here we are in the code. The first thing I'm gonna go over is the settings. In this tutorial, I won't be writing the code as we go along because it's just way too long, but I'll be explaining every bit of code throughout the video. And you will be able to download this whole script in the description down below. Alright, so the first thing is the variables, and here I've only specified one, which is like the frame or the background in the GUI. As you see right here, you can really set it to any block really, but that's something you can specify up here. Then we move on to the options. So there's stuff like the prefix. For whenever the plugin writes anything in chat, I've just made a little crates, named it crates. You can name it whatever you want here. Then we've got a deny message. This is if you're not holding a key while trying to open one, it will say this in chat. And we've got a full inventory message. And so yeah, that's kind of the messages things here. Now here's an important one, the region name. This is something I'll explain in a little bit. So here you can specify what name of the region that the crates are in. I will explain later how to, make these crates work without any region, but this is just so it doesn't pop up with a crate every time you click the specified block anywhere in the world, So this is a world guard region. If you don't know how to use world guard, I also have tutorials on that. They will also be in the eye in the top right corner. But basically you have to make a region around your crates, call it whatever you specify right here, and then it'll work fine. Then we've got the crate key lore, which is basically the key item, what lore it will have. And we've got the different names here. So I made 3 different crates. You can add more here, like emerald, and then whatever. You can also call your crates whatever you want, really. Like, all of this stuff, you can change it if you want. If you don't want it to be called Diamond Crate, you can call it something else, like Pro Crate, whatever. And here you can specify the names of the different keys. Anyway, that was the settings. Let's continue on to the warps. Alright, here we got the warps, or actually there's only one warp. And this first command right here is set crates, which will set the warp. It's only for up players, and it uses the player's jaw and pitch as well, so you're facing in the right direction as well. It does a little cheeky message here, and then you can run /crates in order to teleport to the crates or the location that you set the crates to be. This is for all players, not only up, of course. And that's pretty much it for the warps. Let's move on. Next thing is view crates. This is the little GUI that pops up when you left click on a crate. As you can see here, I've added a little left click. If event block is iron block, which was the iron crate, it will cancel event, so nothing else happens. And then it will actually view the crate. This is a function I've used here to open the GUI. You can see I did the same thing with the gold block and the diamond block as well. So down here we have the function. It's just called view crate, and it uses the player and the type of crate as well. If you're going to rename the crates, you need to rename them here and in the function as well. A neat little thing you can do is Control F, and then you can search iron down here, and it will actually tell you there's 33 results in this script. So if you want to change them all to a different name, then you can find them easily with Control F. Anyway, here we've got the function. So if crate is iron, this is the specified text we have done up here when we called the function. So if it's iron, it's going to open a virtual chest inventory with size 3 named iron crate, and then it's going to show all the chances for all the things and what you can open and all of that stuff. I showed you all of this stuff in the start of the video as well, but this is what the different crate GUIs look like right now. As you can see here on the right of the screen, you can pretty much list all the stuff that you can get in the crate here. And there's not a lot to be said about that. Then we're moving on to open crates. Now, this is where most of the code is. Here, as you can see on right click, so when you right click on the block, if region at click block contains region, and this is what we specified up top, the name of the world guard region. Now this is very important, because if you don't have this, a person could click an iron block anywhere in your world and it would pop up as a crate. So you gotta specify it a little bit, so it's only in your specified region that the crates work. Alright, we've got click block is iron block. So if it's an iron block, it's gonna look for player holding a tripwire hook named the iron crate key, which we also specified in the options up top, and the key lore, which we also specified. Then it's going to check if the player's inventory is full. I just use the blue shulker box because they can't stack. But you can really use any block, I guess. It's just going to test if the player doesn't have space enough for this block, and if they do not, it will send them our full inventory message, which we also specified in the options, and it will play a little villager no sound for the player. But if they in fact do have space enough, it will cancel the event. I added a little cancel event. So if you're using a chest as the crate block or something like that, the player wouldn't actually open the chest. It would just, open the actual crate. So it's just it's basically canceling whatever normal Minecraft thing that happens whenever you right click this block. Then of course it's going to remove the key from the player, and then it's going to open the crate, which I used another function to do. There's a little else statement right here, and this is if the player is not holding the right key, then it will send them the deny message, which we specified in the options, and the same villager no sound. The same goes for the gold crate and the diamond crate. It's basically gonna test for the gold key. It's gonna do all the same things, see if the player has space enough and remove one of the gold keys, and then it's gonna open the crate. And it's important to specify what kind of crate you want to open here. And here we have the diamond one. That's also completely the same thing. Now let's move on to the function down here. I want to say I'm trying to go over this quickly because I don't want this video to be too long. But if you have any further questions, make sure to join my Discord server and ask them there, and I might be able to help you there. Now, of course, I can't help everyone because there's a lot of people asking for help, but I'll try my best to take my time and help the people in need. Anyway, here is the open crate function. If crate is iron, which as the view crate is what we specified up here when we're calling the function. If it's specified as an iron, it's gonna wait 5 ticks. That's just a little, to give it a little space kinda. Then it's gonna set random to a random integer from 0 to 10,000. If you're only using full percentages, you know, like from 1% to 100% or whatever, then you can just do 0 to 100. But I did 0 to 10,000 because I want to be able to use a percentage of 0.01%. This is what we specified the rank as. When you're viewing the crate, you can also see the chances there. But as you can see, if it hits 0, which should be a 0.01% chance, the person will win the rank. It will send a message in chat to the player saying they won the rank. It will play a nice sound and it will broadcast it to the whole server because this is very rare to get. Now for the rank thing, it's of course going to be different whether you have lock perms or permissions EX or whatever, but for this I am making it so it fits lock perms. And whenever you have a rank in lock perms, you will also have the permission group dot that rank name. So right here I'm testing if the player has this rank already, and if that player in fact does have the rank, it will give a message saying they already have the rank, and then it will award them $10,000 instead. Now, I'm not going to go over the balance system in this video, but this is how I specify my balance. It's just a variable called balance.total and then player. So it just adds 10,000 to the player's balance here. It's pretty easy. You can just go up to the variables and just add a variable called balance.total and then colon and player. And then you pretty much have a balance. And then you can make a little command that displays it in chat. Whatever. It's really not a lot you need to make. And of course, we have an else statement, so if they do in fact not already have this rank, then it will give them that rank. And here I'm also using a lockperms command right here. It's just making the console execute a command. So if you're using permissions EX or another rank plugin, then you can just put that command in here instead. Now we have another one here. This is, I believe, a 2% chance for getting a what is this? Oh yeah, this is a gold crate key. So here it will say you won a gold crate key is using the option that we specified as the key name up top, and it will give the player that key and it will play a sound. And here we have the next one here. This is a chance of 5%, I believe, and then you get 2 iron crate keys, and it will give the player 2 iron crate keys, whatever, the sound again, of course. Here we have a 15% chance for $3,000. It will add these 3,000 to the balance of the player, and it will play a sound as usual. Then we have this, I believe it's 20% or something. You will get 1 iron ingot, and it will give the player 1 iron ingot and play a sound. And here it's a chance of 25%. You will get $1,000 and it will be added to your balance. So it's a lot of the same stuff here. And here's the last one, which is 33%. I believe I said it, and that's only $500. And it's really the same For all the others, you can see this one is the next one. If crate is gold, we will do the same thing. We will make a new Integra from 0 to 10,000, and you can get a gold rank and all this stuff. So it's much of the same code right here. If we scroll down, you can see from here the diamond starts. So this is when you open the diamond crate. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the open crates. Of course, if you want to change the names and all this stuff of the crates, there are a lot of places you have to change it. But as I said before, with Control F, it's pretty easy to do so. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing. So this is the give key command, and that is the last section of my script. Now, I've made a little quick command that makes up players or admins or whatever. It's pretty much whoever has this permission key.give, they can give any player any number of the specified keys. So this is my command, /key text player text number. And it has a permission message, which will say you don't have permission to do this, with a little keys prefix here. Now I've made it so you can do /key list as well, and it will send this little message, which is pretty much just a message that tells the player what types of keys there are. So it says iron, gold, and diamond here, and it also says how you should run the command. So key give player key amount. Now here, if arg1 is not set, so if the player only does /key, then it would pretty much just tell them how to run the command again. Then the real stuff starts here, so if arg1 is give, if arg2 is actually set, and if arg3 is iron, and if arg4 is set. It will give the arg2, which is the specified player, arg4, which is the specified amount, and then it will give, you know, that type of key to that player. It will also send that player a message that says, player gave you amount of iron keys. So it will tell them actually who did this. If you don't want players to know who gave them their crate keys, you can pretty much just delete this whole thing, or maybe just replace this player gave you with something like you have been given or something. It will also send a message to the player that gave a crate key away. It will send you gave amount of iron crate keys to this specified player. And both players will also receive a sound. And yeah, if arg4 is not set, which is the amount, then it will just make the player execute the normal key command, which will just tell them how to run the command. And the same goes for the gold and the diamond key. It's pretty much the same thing, just changes the name to gold instead of iron, and with diamond as well. And yeah, so this is if you want to give a specific player a key. I have made a whole new command. I know this might not be the optimal way to do this, but this is just how I made it. So I've made a whole new command for key all with a new permission as well. So whoever has this permission will be able to key all whenever they want, you know? So key all basically means that you give all players on the server the specified amount of the specified key. And still it has the same permission message. If you don't have permission, it's gonna say you don't have permission to do this. It also has a list, so it's pretty much all the same. There's a list of the different types of keys. There is a command that shows you how to actually run the command, and then if you specify iron, it will send the player that ran the command a message that says you gave amount of iron crate key to all players, and then it's gonna loop all players and give all the loop players the specified amount of the iron crate key. And of course, they're also going to receive a message that tells them who gave them however many of that crate key. And as the other command, they're all going to receive a sound as well. And that is actually it for the code. yeah, I do not have more to say about this actually. If you're not familiar with functions or this level of scripting, then this might be a bit of a mouthful for you. I can understand that. So all I can say is that if you think this is a little bit hard for you, then maybe you should watch some of my other script tutorials first and kind of ease in on this kind of stuff. Of course, as I said before, you can join the Discord server and ask there. There's a lot of helpful people in there that will be more than happy to help you with your problems. Anyway, let's check out the crate in-game again. Alright, so we're back in-game. I apologize for the boring coding talk, but now let's finally see what we've ended up with. So the first thing we made was a command to set the warp to your location. And that was /set crates. And as you can see, I set it to that location. If we do /crates, then it will teleport me to this location. How epic is that? Then we made a little GUI menu where you can actually view what's in the crate. We made one for each one of these, and you can also see the chances at the bottom, which is pretty cool. Next thing we made was a key command. If you do just /key, you'll get this little message. If you do /key list, it will list different kind of keys. If you do /give player and the key and the amount, it will actually give a crate key to that person. It will also send a message to the person you give the key to and a message to yourself. We also made a key all command, which if you also just run key all, it will tell you how to run the command properly. Let's try a gold one with this. And as you can see, you gave 2 gold crate keys to all players. And then of course, we have the actual opening of the different crates. Let's get a bit of diamond keys as well. Let's get like 10 of those. Let's try a few of those. Oh, look at that. We got 2 more crate keys. 2 more diamond and a diamond block. Sweet. Let's just spam open the rest, to be honest. So we got a lot of money out of that. And yeah, that was actually pretty much it for today's advanced script tutorial. This is something a bit different from all my other script tutorials, but I hope you guys enjoyed it anyway. This was highly requested by you guys, so I hope this video lived up to your expectations. Anyway, leave a like if you liked and subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!